Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learning with Jelly. So, this is going to be the last lesson in Module 1, which was all about introducing you to exactly what a data analyst does, as well as certain tools such as Jupyter Notebooks, Google Colab, as well as GitHub. So, one of the last things that I don't think is talked enough within the data world is the importance of being able to manage a project. And that is going to set you apart for some of the other individuals that may be applying for the same role as you. So, we are going to discuss today what project management is, different project management tools that you can take the time to explore, as well as a demo and some additional resources in Notion. So, what exactly is project management and why is it important? So, by definition, project management is the ability to use specific knowledge and skills to lead others to achieve project goals within certain constraints. Constraints meaning certain boundaries, certain limitations. Is very essential across many industries, and that includes data analytics and data science projects. And it helps you think about some of these questions that you see on the screen. What exactly is the business goal and stakeholders involved? So, having the business understanding and the domain knowledge are two important skills that you'll need to have as a data professional. What is the time that you have to maybe complete the project? And what is the cost that is going to cost to do these projects? Maybe your project needs to be housed on a server, and cloud servers through AWS and Azure and Google cost money. Also, labor costs. What type of resources do you have? How many people are going to be working on this project? How many people are already working on other projects? And how is that going to affect the deadline of other projects? What is the software that you're being able to use? Maybe some companies can't use open source software such as R and Python. They need a specialized regulated software such as SAS. And how do you evaluate and prepare for risks that you may encounter? What happens if the server goes down? What happens if somebody leaves for maternity or paternity leave or bereavement? How can the project move forward? What happens if you don't get the software delivered in time? What happens if you have a cybersecurity risk? All of these things are things to consider while doing projects. And it's hard to really simulate these things in academic settings. So, really taking it upon yourself to look at different project management tools, attend conferences about project management, or some great courses on LinkedIn Learning or Coursera, whatever you prefer, would be beneficial to kind of set you apart. So, what are some tools that are available for you in these additional resources? So, you may have heard of things like Airtable, Notion, Jira, Monday, Trello, GitHub Pages, or more. And so you actually can do a nice little project management write up right within GitHub. But it's not the best user friendly interface, in my opinion, but it can be done. Same thing with Monday, is pretty user friendly. And I'm going to demonstrate Notion. And you really want to think about what this image is on the screen. What is it that you have to do? What is currently in progress? And when do things get done? And if you're working on a group project, you can assign people to things that need to be done. You also need to think about dependencies. So, can this be done before this one task is done? So, for instance, I may not can actually hold a conference until all the chairs are delivered from the vendor. So the conference can't take place until after the chair delivery. And so that's what we call a dependency. But before you start any project, whether it's individualized or group, it's probably best to write down a list of what you have to do. Sometimes being specific is better, and then kind of monitoring things. And you can kind of see your progress right in front of your face. And that can help with motivation. That can also help with planning a timeline, things of that nature. And there is a lot of layers to project management. As I mentioned, definitely do your research. There's things such as critical paths. There's a thing between balance between cost and quality and time and how to balance those things. There are things about who needs to be informed about the project. There's information about how to allocate resources. All of these things is a whole field in itself. But let's jump right into Notion. And so you can just Google search Notion and you'll see this box with a capital N in it. And it says it's productivity software. And you can kind of just click on it. You can sign up for a free account directly underneath your Gmail or whatever email account you have. And when you sign up, it brings you to this page. And like I said, the free trial is not going to allow you to have but so many teammates. You might not have some of the bells and whistles, but it gets the job done. And on the left-hand side, you see this task list, and it's going to be able to put things in boards. So in this case, I'm going to edit this task list by just clicking on it. And here I'm going to title this task list. Let's say I'm going to title this exploration project for let's say customers, retail customers. So maybe I'm analyzing data for retail customers. So the first thing I would say is read in the data. Okay. And then I would say check for data biases and quality. So is there certain demographics that are under or overrepresented? Right, so we know. From there, I can say get summary statistics of numeric variables such as mean, median, mode, quantiles, etc. Okay, check for missing data. Handle missing data. So I can't handle missing data until I check for it, right? And so forth and so forth. And all of these are going to be the tasks for your project. So if you're working on a data analytics project on your own, you can write out all of the tasks that you need. Maybe it means make visuals, create client recommendations, make yourself a GitHub repo to showcase your project, post your project on LinkedIn, etc., etc. Okay. And so I can just get out of that and then I can drag things to in progress. So say for instance, I already read in the data. So in this case, I can check it off. Okay. That I read into the data. Okay. And then it's going to be able to track things that you have already done, and you can move some of these things in progress. So, unfortunately, I put them all underneath the same thing. But if I wanted to, I can add a new task here and say client presentation. And then with that, I can drag this over to in progress. Okay, I can write another one here that says QA check of numbers, right? And then I can mark that as done. Okay, so this is a way to have your little task list out that you can add it into in progress and done and kind of monitor your projects. You also can create a journal, okay, that is going to keep you motivated if you would like, if there is a daily reflection or if you're looking forward to a vacation. You can add a page, and this page can be from a template, and there's tons of templates. So say for instance, you need to write a project proposal, you want a calendar view, all of these things are going to be available to you. So this is a nice little way to kind of manage your project. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in with Learning with Jelly. Hopefully you understand the importance of project management. You find a tool that is beneficial for you. And in the next module, we're going to hop right into Python. So we are going to talk about data types, what are data types in Python and how to create those. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.